That's
right.
good.
All right. So the party is encountering some light and some heat. Well, one of them is Marcus. He looks down and he feels warmth on his, cold, dark, cavernous, abandoned, spooky dwarven mine. Cold
That feels
everywhere.
nice.
Cold everywhere, just like Dira's heart. And the first time he feels any kind of warmth for anything, Marcus looks down. It's very, very puzzling. He looks down and sees, as he's climbing this ladder, Marcus looks down and sees just a light down there. And I would say, Dira and Garrick and the other dwarves and Dorian with Osor on his back, like a boss, has carried him up, and they're safely on the halfway up this ladder up to where that little maintenance room is with a switch to control the pumping machine. They're all there, and Marcus is the one bringing up the end of the party here, and he's 2/3 of the way up, and he looks down and sees this. What do you do?
I start calling up to everyone. I'm just like, guys, I think we need to move a bit faster.
Move here.
Something doesn't seem right over here.
And
I want to turn to the dwarf that I'm carrying on my back, and I want to ask him, like, he was like, "Do you know what this is? What's
They
coming for
told
us?"
us.
well, Osor has just been, the old broken man with the double broken legs, just busted beyond belief, and he's just been shaking his head and calling you all fools, saying you're going to get yourselves killed, going so slow, trying to get him out of here. He's told you over and over and over, like, if you don't leave me, you're going to die. But you, last time Marcus physically fought him and grappled him and picked him up and threw him on his back, and like Dira helped strap him to his back, like, no, we're taking you with us. And he's just like, all right, idiots, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the rest of your life. It's not going to take long. And what did Dorian just say right now?
I just wanted to, if he knows what's coming.
Your death.
Like,
You guys are gonna.
Your death is coming.
Right.
And I'll say Marcus like puts some motivation into it, and he starts crawling up quickly. So everyone makes it up to this landing here, and I would say now none of you hear anything. There's no sound that you can hear, other than just the drips of the water and the underground dankness of this subterranean network here, and the echoes and the sounds of your guys all torchlight. One of you give me a torch roll, by the way, please.
I can do that.
I'm down to D8.
I've got a D10. I'll do it.
Okay.
Oof, nice.
Yeah, so Dira sparks another one, and so Marcus comes up and sees, and then by now you guys can all see like a faint, kind of a purplish light. It's not bright, but it's light, and there shouldn't be anything bright down there.
Oh wow!
It's whatever, 500-600 feet in the ground. There shouldn't be any light, and so, but you can all detect something, and I would say you're all kind of huddled around looking. All of you are like looking down this, like, what? And like you can all just feel like, because there's constant draft in this place. Everywhere you've been, there's like constant draft emanating. And so the wind's always been kind of blowing a little bit. And now you guys all feel coming up from the manhole, the air that's coming out is warm.
Oh wow!
So while everyone's like checking it out and stuff, I'm just like, yeah, it's just fireflies, guys, and I make my way to continue upwards, just like.
Okay, Marcus keeps climbing. Okay,
You guys stay here. It's
looking.
cool. It's fun.
so Marcus is the first one. He's climbing. Okay.
Is there anything like in this side room here that we can like shove in the hole? like I'm gonna start like throwing stuff down there, like to barricade it.
The guy on your back.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I know.
there's, I mean, in the little maintenance room, it's mostly just like it's not really a maintenance room. It's more like a control room for the machine. But there's a large table with just odds and ends. There are tools, like hand tools, just ancient, decrepit, but hammers and whatnot. There are little things, handheld things in there. Yes.
Okay. You want to throw one of those down there, Dorian?
I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah, like, are we gonna piss it off? Is it friendly at this point? I don't know.
Some super speed.
Should we ask it
Yeah,
like,
I don't think.
And you
who
hear,
are you?
and you hear, my child? Question mark, a woman's voice.
Ooh.
Does it sound like that same little girl that's been haunting us the whole time? No. Okay. Oh shit.
I think that's Mama.
This is the
Yeah.
This is a
Oh,
woman,
no.
not a girl's. This is a woman's voice. My child.
Oh my gosh.
She's
That's
right here
crazy.
climbing up the ladder.
By the time you
Should we
guys,
yell back? Nobody here.
no hable
All right, maybe.
español.
I guess everybody just run. I mean, let's go up that ladder as fast as you can. I guess Marcus has the best idea.
Well, you should do your little puppetry show and
We don't even know if the daughter is still hanging around us.
What's that? Oh,
All right, I want to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to grab a table and whatever stuff I can and try to block the hole if I can.
All right, you'll need help.
Not
'cause
necessarily throw stuff down there.
You're lugging around
Oh,
another human, another person, so you need help.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Or I mean, you can just instruct, or I'll just
Okay.
do it.
Is anyone else getting on the ladder?
Have I made it while they're all doing this?
The real skittish dwarf who's been like bugged out and scary the whole time. He's like right up Marcus's butt, like climbing. he is just trying to GTFO, and so he is next in line behind Marcus. I'd say Milva and the other dwarves are kind of like looking like confused, like they're looking to you, the rest of you, like what do we do? What are you gonna do?
Just yell at him. Go. Follow Marcus. Go.
Okay, so all the other dwarves are heading up the ladder now, along with so now Marcus is kind of like not trapped, but I mean there's people between him and you guys. It's not like he could come right back down gracefully. There's 3 or 4 dwarves between him and you guys now, and they're all.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's got.
I got 4 meat shields.
Yeah, he's got quadruple meat shield, so he is insulated as far as he knows. Okay, so what do the rest of you do?
I took the rear on the first part of the ladder. All right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
your guys' turn. Yeah, I mean, I like to grab that table and stuff like Dorian suggested and fortify or close up the hole best we can and then head up the ladder.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then get the F out of there.
So do you want to throw something? Do you want to throw something down the manhole, or just cover not the manhole, but the hole in the ground with the ladder? Do you just want to cover it, or do you want to throw something down the hole?
I think we should try and cover it,
Yeah, just cover it.
Yeah.
Okay.
not
Agreed.
antagonize her.
Okay.
Yeah, cover
Okay.
it and then just put 300 pounds of tools on it.
So what did she say? She said, my child?
My child, like she's asking.
Yeah.
She's saying, my child.
Before we close it up, I like to yell, your child's not with us. Sorry to disturb you. And then close the hole.
Do you really yell that? Do you really yell that?
I do want to yell that, yeah.
Okay, so you guys all, I mean, the light's coming up the ladder, but it's not moving very fast, but it is coming up the ladder. It's this purplish light that you can tell. And so you guys move the table over the hole, and Garrick shouts at, what did you say, your child's not up here?
Yeah, your child is not with us.
Your child is not with us. Your child is not with us. You yell down. You yell that, and then you hear back, like right as the table kind of goes over the hole to like kind of seal it or block it off. You hear, yes, he is.
Yes, she is. Maybe one of these dwarves is an imposter or something faking.
Interesting. Ooh.
And tendril came down and touched my shoulder.
And so after you block
You
it,
can see where it came from.
so after you block it, do you guys just all book it up the ladder as well? I'm guessing, or do you want to? Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all book it up, and I will need a endurance roll from Dorian to carry this guy up another flight of stairs.
Or carry this girl.
Can I aid him and grab a rope or something and
The rope is being used. If you can come up with some legit make sense way of actually helping him, because he's got the rope is used to bind him to Dorian, so that's what the rope's being used for. If you can come up with some clever way of helping that I'm not thinking of, then I'll allow it.
Or maybe climb below him and be using my head and pushing him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can. So give me an endurance roll +1, please, Dorian.
So plus.
So down in the little.
Of 1,
yeah, just put a 1 down in the modifier.
Okay, got it.
Beautiful. Yes. Okay, very good. Yeah, so the rest of you all make it up. I was going to say it was going to be more challenging, but you got help, so you made it up to the top here. Okay, so all of you now return to the top here, and this is, as far as you've gone down the quote golden path of the dwarves, this is the perfectly carved model, showroom model dwarven excavation and stonework that Dorian's used to, and these other dwarves too. You guys are up here now, all of you. You look down the hole and you don't see any light. You don't feel any more warmth. Whatever was down there doesn't. You can see. It's because it's dark. Any kind of light source, especially some sort of light source like that, you'd be able to see it if it was down there. Like if it had knocked the table out of the way and kept. You don't see anything. It's pitch black down there.
So sorry, maybe not going back, but I have some questions. So when we first saw and heard that little girl's voice, and then we saw these black tendrils coming out of the ceiling.
So did she say he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is. Oh. No, I had a theory that maybe the spirit or whatever is hiding in one of the jars of grease. Maybe it could be a mimic or something. It could morph into black grease. I don't know.
Do any of you
Which
guys
case
still
I was
have
thinking we should all just ditch our grease and leave it here. I don't know.
I thought you guys kind of had by now. I know one of you chucked a grease. One of you guys chucked a grease down the escarpment, and then one of you chucked a grease down to sound how deep that well was. And then I kind of lost track of the grease, honestly, but
we used another jar to grease up the Archimedes screw.
Yep, that was And then so maybe
down that pit, yeah.
Maybe there was one. Maybe yeah, that's right. That's the third use I remember, and then I don't recall a fourth use. So I'll say one of you still has a grease.
I believe we used Garrick's for the water, mine for the
throwing down the ledge to light it up.
Yeah, tossing off the ledge, and then
I don't think I got any.
Yeah, maybe one of you didn't get, because I vaguely made you be encumbered.
Yeah. I'm at max, so I didn't grab any.
We're all over encumbered down here.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about lights. That's the first thing I think of, the old school Pennywise.
That's right, the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so you guys come up here, and the skittish dwarf, he just like a rat in a maze or something, this is his, he knows exactly how to get out now. He's like, oh my God. He wants to just run and leave. He wants to go head up to the northwest here. So he's making antsy motion. He's looking at Milva. He's looking at Osor strapped on Dorian's back. He's like, come on.
Yeah, I tell him, don't split up. Don't get too far from the group.
Yeah. lest you die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Milva turns to Dira and says, and she's looking at Dira and Dorian with Osor on his back, and he's like, are you guys gonna bring him with us? Bring him with you, or are you coming with us?
It was the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's the plan.
Well, we've made it this far. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Don't plan on dying down here.
Okay, so she nods. She's like, okay, thank God. Like she's like, so she turns and starts heading out, and they're not really waiting for you. But she's not like running. Like she wants Osor to make it, so she's kind of like, come on, like nudging you along. Like let's go, let's go. So is everyone fine with just heading out?
Yeah, beeline, get that F out.
Yeah.
You're trying to GTFO. Okay.
Do we suspect this preacher thing that said the child is with us, or we suspect she said that? Do we think it's one of these people?
The child is on Dorian's back.
Yeah. I know. That's
what what we think.
I don't know what you think.
I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like, I think we continue to carry this thing. Because maybe it's the only thing that's keeping us alive.
So I'm just gonna slowly move you guys out unless you tell me you want to stop.
No, keep going. And told me if things get really crappy, he's the first one to go. Agreed.
Okay, so you come back. So you're all back. You've rounded the corner past the jars of grease. Now you're back in the chapel. With the lights and stuff overhead and the centerpiece, the center stage.
I call out that if you let us leave, I will teach you a game that you can play with your mother.
Then, nice, good, yeah.
Okay.
And you just hear so as you're, I'd say you guys aren't running, but you're like briskly walking, and like you come around the corner, and you just hear, okay.
Nice. All right.
Better get teaching them.
Yeah. What's the game, Marcus?
Okay, I need
teach us something simple.
I need 2 more torch rolls to light up all these people.
I can roll. All right.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so now the rest of the time, and so it's been now it's going to take. So now you've returned, and now you're at the base of this enormous drill shaft going down with a circular staircase winding up hundreds and hundreds of feet. I would say, how are you going to get this guy out of here? I mean, this is
Dorian needs some help.
Yeah. Do we want to?
Yeah, we need to switch off or something.
Dorian, you shouldn't be skipping leg day. Keep telling you.
Yeah. I would say Dorian is spent now. He's carried this guy up a straight vertical ladder. Dorian's spent for now. So we're going to have to swap this Osor out with someone else. Who's going to take him? Garrick? Marcus.
It says you still have a large tent.
No.
Yeah, I do have a large tent. That's how we've been camping.
Yeah. I feel like we could ditch it at this point, right?
Hell no.
Hell no, I get a lot of
One thing I'm good at, despite the fact that I suck at it,
I've got one
thing
job.
I roll the most dice at.
I've got one job on this ship.
Good at something.
I've got one job on this ship. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it. Okay. For all you Galaxy Quest fans. Okay. So yeah. So I would say Dira or Garrick. Whose turn is it?
I'll take him.
Okay, so
rock, paper, scissors.
So we'll fast forward. So now we'll say it's been.
Ooh. Wait.
What?
Sorry, I had a thought. It says dropped. For Dorian, he had a large shield.
He gave that to the skittish. He gave that to the skittish dwarf.
I just had a thought. What if we put that old man on that shield and then somehow we just tow the shield up the stairs. Would that help? Nah, I'll just carry him. Never mind.
I'm sitting at the back. Mush.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, Dorian just let that guy borrow it. So if you want to do it, make it happen.
Could we move faster if 2 of us were pulling him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can help pull then.
Okay, so tell me what happens here. Garrick, what do you do?
Me and Dira, we put that old man on that shield.
Well, how do you get the shield?
Like a little sled. Well, we got to get it from that.
I steal it from him. I just go over there and intimidate him.
Like, take the shield down.
He's half insane. He might not even be scared of you.
I will wear your face. Give me the shield.
Dude, that's enough right there. That's
there you go.
Wear your face.
So Dira says, "I'll wear your face," and then you hear the woman's voice say, "How many faces do you have in this party?"
You don't want to know.
Too many.
And so so the skittish dwarf, he's oh god, he like drops it and he's just like, just please don't kill me. Like he's mostly just like looking up. He wants to get out. He's like, okay, fine, okay. See how you guys have the shield. Now you, so we'll say you take a little time. I'll fast forward a little bit here. You guys rig up a makeshift sled for this guy. So whoever's got
have, like 2 ends of the rope.
Yeah, so you can you're like sledding him up. So I would say honestly no roll needed. So I would say it'd be 2 of you pulling and then 1 or 2 of you behind, kind of pushing, getting this guy. So the 4 of you are working together, getting this guy up these god awful steps, and you going with the dwarves. So you're heading up, and it's a long slog. It is, I'd say, actually, before I forget, Dorian, I need a water roll from you, because you've been lugging this guy around. So I need a drink roll from you.
Arched.
Very good. And then, so we'll say it's a good hour and a half that it takes for you guys to make your way all the way up here. And 2 more torch rolls, please, from whoever.
I can do it. I still have 10.
Not anymore.
Oh,
shit.
not anymore.
Okay, that's good. That's what they're for. They're to be used. Okay, so you guys make it all the way up here. Everyone, all 4 of you, give me a water roll, please, because you all were like pushing and pulling this broken ass person all the way up.
Nice.
All right, very good. Okay, so the 4 of you all make it, and the dwarves, and you come around, and you come up, and now you come up to the exit here.
Oh, nice.
All right. I kind of slough behind just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You teach that game.
Yeah, I gotta keep stating my word.
Yeah.
Better be good.
Okay, so you all get up here, and the dwarves here are like beyond, the skittish one, he just starts crying, like, again, of joy. He's like,
we're gonna make it.
He's just like beyond, he just starts crying that he actually made it out of that place. And Milva turns, and the rest of them are just like, they're still so fatigued and starved and zombified that, I mean, they're relieved, but they can't really express it. They're just beyond exhausted, more than they've been living on mushrooms and metallic water for months. Like, they're just near death, but you can tell that they're grateful. Like, some of them just kind of turn to you and nod, but they just don't have the energy to like be super thankful. And Milva turns to you all, and she says, "Can we take him on your shield? So we can't. Are you coming with us? Do you know where Stone Garden is?" Like, she looks to Dorian. Do you know where Stone Garden is? Like, have you ever been there? She's like, where can we go? She's like looking. She's like, it's been so long. She's like, what's the closest? Where do we go? She's kind of. I mean, now the reality is that they made it out. Like they didn't think they were even going to live, and now they're out. And now it's like, oh my god, now we actually have to think about now what. And so she's like, where should we go? Where can we go?
So let's get out of this godforsaken mine, and then. I mean, is it light out? Can we see like the exit?
It's noon. Yeah, it's midday.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
1 in the afternoon.
Sweet. I mean,
Stand by. Hang on.
Oh no.
No, I just got to do my
your little weather check.
Yeah. I got this. Stand by. How do you do it? You do it 2D.
Lightning and thunder.
Hang on. Yeah, because you guys have been down here for a while, so you just do 2d6. Stand by. Just let me do a quick little. So the weather, you guys come out, and the weather is 6. You guys are
questionable.
Yeah, questionable.
Okay, 6. Okay. No, it's just overcast. It's just, I mean, there's a little bit of sun, but it's mostly cloudy. A little bit of actually no wind at all, no rain. So it's actually for a spring day. It's pretty calm, to be honest. But yeah, so you guys come out in the clouds, and anyway, so she's like, what are we kind of looking at you like? And she looks at this broken Osor, and he's just like, now they're gonna die, dragging me back to civilization.
Right, we kill him off.
So she's
right
like,
here.
So she like looks at you, and she says, can we take him on the shield so we can carry him? So it's like or do you have transportation, or is there anything else you can? She's like, you've done so much. Is there anything else? Can we take this shield and transport our fallen friend?
Dorian, heat up your axe. Time to get into action again.
No joke, man. I mean, if he's gonna live, he can't walk around with like. I mean, there's infection's gonna set in. I think we do have to like amputate his legs, man, or something. Yeah. But like, is anybody is anybody acting like? I mean, really weird, like, because I imagine that girl or whoever, or thing, if it's with us, I mean, can it even leave the mine? I mean, I don't know.
No, these dwarves that you're with, as far as you can tell, I mean. They all seem they're all exhausted and beat down, but they all look very relieved. And the old man just looks kind of smirking like, I didn't die. Neither did they, huh? But now he's like, well, now we're just going to die out here on the road somewhere. Some bandits are going to kill us or God knows what.
They can't leave.
So
I don't believe that for a second.
That's weird.
We were camping. I heard the little creepy bastard talking.
All right, fess up. What do you guys know? So I would like to ask that lady that, like, what aren't you telling us?
To Milva?
Something. Yeah.
What? So, no, it's fine. So you think that the dwarves are in on it or something, or are part of the curse of the mine?
Oh, I feel like that. There's that main older lady that called out my child.
Yeah. And you think it's one of the dwarves?
Or it's yeah.
Maybe not necessarily that,
like
but
assuming like a shape or shape of a dwarf.
There's more to it to where.
Okay. So then you ask Milva.
Or maybe there is.
So what do you ask Milva?
Like some lore.
Some lore.
Yeah. Like, do you know anything about the mines? Talk,
Yeah,
or
she's like, yeah.
That
I mean,
older lady.
And she's like, well, don't you remember like when you asked me about this back in the cave, in the mushroom cave, and I kind of told you, and that one, he remember as soon as you started talking about the girl's voice and stuff, that guy like bugged his ears up and like he went nuts again, and he had to like excuse himself he couldn't even be in the same room hearing the talk of it because it traumatized him so bad and gave him all this PTSD. So, I mean, if he's in on it, then it seems weird because I mean, it broke him. did break him, and Marcus had to like kind of heal him to restore his sanity. So yeah, you're like, what are the, what do you know or something? That's your question, or what aren't you telling us, or is that your question?
Ultimately, why did they go back down there?
Why did these dwarves go back? They wanted to see. Yep. They wanted to see. So now that it's now that it's kind of a okay, we made it. Now what's going on? Like, so Mark's is like, why did you guys even go in there? And she's like, well, it's our mine. It's our clan mine, Merimanian. It's ours from ancient times, and we've heard stories, but we thought our alchemist made some invisibility potion that he said would make us undetectable for whatever lurks down here, whatever monstrous evil lives down here. And so we applied it right here where we're standing, the ointment, and we did all become invisible, and we went down there, and it lasted for a day, maybe a day and a half, and then it got worn out, and things started chasing us, and we barricaded ourselves so we didn't die. We never made it out of the room. We heard, and she doesn't say like we heard the girl saying. She's like, we heard, she like nods like, you know what I'm talking about. We heard things that were unnatural and, things clawing and scraping on the doors. But we just barricaded ourselves in and almost starved to death had you guys not come out.
All right. I think maybe then it's just become that there's more than one of these ghostly creatures or whatever. That's probably all it is, right? They don't know for sure because they're in that room the whole time.
That's what they tell you.
Should we ask them about if they know anything about the sword?
You did.
Yeah,
one of you did ask about Malagar, and her opinion was like, oh god, these treasure hunters with their ancient stories of like legendary. Her opinion was like, that's all BS, but she's like, no, I haven't seen it. And if you recall that I think it was Marcus having a conversation with her about that. She's like, oh god, you people are treasure hunters. You guys are gonna get yourselves killed down here, you fools. That was her opinion of that whole topic. She hadn't seen anything like that. She doesn't believe in that stuff. That was her take on it.
So, back to where I was
teaching that crew the game.
Yeah, invisible amalgamation. This game.
Okay.
I tell them that if they give me some time, and if they can find this legendary sword, I will teach them an even funner game.
Ooh.
You're such a manipulative little.
Okay, so
no, it's good.
You're saying all this now, right?
Yeah.
Up here on the surface.
No. Yeah, you want to be in the mine. Is Marcus still just in the entrance of the mine?
I don't know. That's why So my thing is like, now you guys are all out here with the dwarves, and they're saying, now what? Can you help us anymore? Can we take your shield as like a transport for this guy? Will you let us do that? Like Milva asked Dorian. Like, you can see, we can't carry him. We're too sick. We need to like rest and heal and eat. We can't move him. We're kind of stranded here. Can we please take your shield to be able to move him as a cart? Can we have that? They asked that to Dorian. Or
what?
Or she's like that. Or if you guys have any other ideas, like what else could we do?
I think we should get away from the entrance of this mine and maybe into the trees or whatever and make camp. Maybe I can hunt and get some more food, and we'll just all try to rest up communitively, and then we'll just make our plan from there.
I mean, that's a profoundly smart idea. Okay, so it's
Marcus teaches game.
Okay, so I would say here. So we'll go back. All in favor of that? Do any of you guys want to do anything else right now with this group?
I kind of don't trust the group, but
Okay.
no, it sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
Just sleep with my dagger close by.
Right.
You look down and you see that you don't have one anymore.
Oh
No.
shit!
Psych, psych,
You also
psych.
don't have your fingers.
Yeah.
In your mouth.
And you're down exactly 1 kidney. No.
Not again.
Okay, yeah, so you guys are all topside and the same spot that you guys made camp before. That area, I would say well, no, you always break down your camp. So, yeah, you have enough I'd say it's 1 o'clock, so I'd say if you guys I can give you this quarter day to make camp if one of you if Marcus wants to do that, or does Marcus not want to do that?
Sure, I'll make camp. Let's see if I can actually do it well.
Are we near Jag?
Yeah.
Checks.
Okay, so we can check on it.
Yeah.
I'd like to go up there, scruff him. Who's a good boy? Assume he stayed there.
Okay, so Marcus is going to be making camp. Well, what are the rest of you doing?
I'd like
I'm
to
gonna
go
rest.
out and try to hunt.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Please tell me that I didn't fail all of that.
You did.
Oh
How?
my goodness.
And you got 2.
How does that even work?
You don't have enough dice.
I have 9.
That's
9 or 10.
You need 23 dice. You need 23
What are the
d6s. Are you going to push it?
Can I help?
Remember, just so you know, before you push, even if you fail, camp still gets made. There's just a mishap that happens, some sort of mishap for failing to make camp. So your camp still gets made.
Accept that. Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my. Okay, so
3 damage.
okay, so here's
Do you
why.
have anything?
That's my wits.
Here's why.
I'm smart.
Are you?
Are
so
you?
You've got 1 wits left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happens. So, before we break out to what everyone else is going to do for this 6 hours, so Marcus is making camp, and the reason it's mentally draining him so bad and causing him grief is because every 20 minutes he just hears in his voice, "Come back, come back. You said you'd come back. You said you'd come back." You hear the girl saying, "You said you'd come back," and it starts off like, "I'm being patient," but then by now it's going to be 6 o'clock at night, darkness, and you hear the voices starting to sound again irritated, like, "You said you'd come back," So that's Marcus is hearing that in his mind while he's like busy doing this. So it's a mental job for sure. So that's what Marcus is doing. And what do the rest of you guys want? You said Dira wants to rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest.
Then give me a what's that called? Camp in place.
Find a good spot.
Yeah. Find a good spot.
I feel like I need to do
Look at
that.
that.
She can
Okay.
roll 5 dice and get a success.
Some
'Cause I'm
people
better than
I roll
stuff.
9 and I just
are good at this game. Some people
all
are
over
you.
my face.
Okay.
Well, I failed, yeah.
So yeah, Dira, if you have anything that needs to get topped off with your stats, go ahead. So what are the other two? Garrick, did you say you wanted to hunt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Get the.
I
I have the book out on that here.
Yeah, I'm reading up. I
Yeah,
forgot.
player's handbook. It's okay. Yeah, we do it so infrequently. Journey
I think I
is
do a marksmanship and then
hunt. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I have master the hunt.
Yeah, that gives you a.
Survivor roll first, and then
Okay.
marksmanship. Yeah. So I'll do is my survivor roll.
And
I
then
get master the hunt.
and then yeah. The little book in the game isn't very good, so I'll go to the.
That's right. Yeah, so I chose Master of the Hunt with my survivor roll. I'll roll that. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
You kidding me?
Oh my God! So yeah, you go to hunt and you
No
fail.
animals out here whatsoever.
No, there might be. You just can't find any.
Yeah.
Is that what?
No point.
Well, what's your skill? That means you can spend a willpower to automatically succeed, right? That's what your talent does. Is that the post your talent to chat?
Yeah, sorry.
What's that called? Master of the Hunt. I think that's what that means. You're plus
it
1.
sets me at ease, and it gives me resting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, +1 when you during journeys, which I clicked it.
Okay, well, yeah, you still fail, but at least you healed up yourself at least, so all your stats are maxed out again. That's funny.
Down with wits. Yeah.
Okay,
so
Garrick scours the mountainside here, and he doesn't.
I'm sorry, guys.
He doesn't come up with any food, but he comes back feeling at least he had some solitude and some time to think for himself. So he's at least rested and ready to contribute in that way. What's Dorian up to?
I'm sorry. Do you think that counts as resting, even though?
Yeah.
I had 2 Banes on that roll.
I
don't know. Maybe it's just a fact that I didn't get anything again, but I'm rested.
Oh, geez, no. I mean, it doesn't say that you should succeed or not. It doesn't say successfully hunting sets you at ease. It just says hunting. So I'm just gonna count it as you're healed up.
Okay.
Okay, Dorian, what are you up to?
I just want to hang around camp and imagine just kind of sitting around a fire and just kind of either chatting with the dwarves that are not resting, or just because they're my kin, and but then also just kind of keeping an eye on things.
So you want to do a keep watch?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Do I need to roll up that?
Yeah, there's a keep watch. Let's see how easy this is, Marcus.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
I'm trying, guys.
You roll a bunch of dice, and one of them will have a 6 on it, and then you win. It's so simple. This game is so easy.
But also, you roll that many dice, and that just as many chances of unsuccess.
Yeah.
Just like you're making excuses.
Mishap.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you talking to them about? Do you have any kind of lore or questions that you want to know, or are you just do you have an intent with your conversation with these guys?
No, not really. Just kind of, catching up on old dwarven times, reminiscing.
Okay, well, again, they're from a different clan from you, but yeah, you're all dwarves. They tell you about. I'd say while they go, they tell you about Stone Garden, the magnificent Stone Garden. It's up in the far northwest of Ravensland, of the Forbidden Lands. It's far to the north, all the way to the west, tucked in the foot of the mountains, and that's just where they're from, and that's where they're going to try to return to, and it's going to be a long way through. It's going to be a long way through Orcland. There's trolls. They're a scouting party. They made it here just like you did, but they're not doing too well.
Maybe their last night.
And they've got this guy that they've got to somehow carry, and transport. So they're glad that the immediate threat of the mine is over, but now it's just, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get him out of here safely without us getting killed? So you can see the Milva, the leader, the woman, she's feels like a real burden of leadership, how it's I have to figure out how to safely get these people home. So she's kind of stressed out and kind of withdrawn, just like really thinking, like racking her brain, like how am I going to do this? So she's kind of not in the most talkative of moods, but she's very grateful to you. And while Marcus is setting up and Dorian's talking to him, the dwarves just repeatedly over and over just like sing your guys' praises and say, you are saviors. Like if we make it back, if we get it back, we're gonna tell everyone what you did. So they're extremely grateful for sure.
Nice. This is where I asked them, like, how much money they got.
How much money?
Pay us for their... No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no dwarf does a job for free.
Yeah.
She's like, come to Stone... If you make it to Stone Garden, you will be rewarded beyond what you can imagine. I can promise you that. Well, but then she like looks at Marcus as he's setting up. She's like, well, maybe not beyond what you can imagine. That one looks silly, but you will be rewarded for what you've done. So yeah, we'll say it's the nighttime. The darkness has descended. Dira and Garrick are both. You're both healed. Dira's rested. Garrick's not rested yet, or he's healed up. You rested, but that's not the same as sleeping. Yeah, that's not the same as sleeping. So, and it's time for food, of course. So all of you are starving, and there was not a successful hunt. So, all of you need to give me food rolls, and then if you want to feed these people, you need to roll 1, 2, 3, 4 more food rolls for food for everyone.
So everybody's got to do twice, right?
Yeah, or whoever you can fight amongst yourselves who's going to do it. Okay,
Marcus, you're giving.
So that's food for all of you.
I'm sacrificing our lives or my life for everyone else. Okay.
It's okay. We
Each
can do
you.
As soon as I make it in there, there's no guarantee if they're going to be like, oh, thank you for teaching us. You can go now. They're going to be like, teach us more. You can't leave.
Yeah, seriously.
And I'm going to have to pull some crazy spell out of my ass. And then you guys are going to have to drag me out of here, like lasso me, so you don't have to go in and try and drag me out while I'm broken as all hell.
We'll tie a rope around your waist and you go in, do your thing, and tug
Maybe they're
twice.
looking for their mom and a daddy.
I need one more food.
Be the new daddy.
I need one more food roll. I have 7. I need 8. Okay, got it. Thank you. Look at all that. All that food. All that food, and no one lost any.
I did.
Packing.
You did?
Nobody cares about you.
I don't see that.
I was at 10. I'm at D8 now.
Maybe if you roll a 2.
Yeah, because I rolled the 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, 2 and 1. That's right. 2 and 1 is.
I didn't lose my torch on the 3. So.
Okay, yeah, that's right. 2 and 1. Okay, very good. So all those mouths to feed, and of course you have the bountiful harvest here, and you guys are so stocked up. So everyone is now fed, and all the dwarves. I mean, one of them makes a show of like trying to like, yeah, I'll keep watch with you. Like he just passed. They're done. Like they're passed out. Like they're beyond passed out. And all Milva and all of her dwarves and Osor, the old man, sleeping, they're all out. And it's now 6 o'clock. What do we want to do?
We could rob them.
Osor, maybe the reason why he couldn't really walk is because he was keystering the sword.
Ooh. Oh, wow, that's disgusting.
What the hell?
That's a...
It'll be greatly rewarding when we get back. They obviously have something on them that's of importance. He probably pulled the jewel out of the sword. He's like, oh, it'll turn back into an elf unless we put it in a confined space.
You're the ones that have all the jewels. You're the ones that have all the amethyst.
That's
you know,
right.
You guys have all these purple jewels like falling out of you. You guys harvested all those.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Those are
The question is,
amethyst. I'm talking about might have pulled the jewel out of the sword that was the elf's heart, and then like he keistered it so it wouldn't turn back into an elf.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
You're more than
do we
encouraged to try to pursue that storyline if you want.
Dorian, these are your people. Check it out.
I think after talking to him all afternoon, I would know if somebody was
harvesting something.
He wasn't walking. He just didn't want people to see him walking funny. Is all, you know.
Do we still have that weird skin mask thing that
one of you does?
Zygofer gave?
We never had a chance to put it on the mine. Damn it!
Searchworm. No, we did, didn't we? We did.
Dorian wore it
in the mine.
No, I think we all tried it out in the woods at camp or something.
No, I thought we tried it in the mine once.
Yeah, who's holding it?
I don't know.
I swear Deer is holding it.
One of you's supposed to be holding.
I don't have it on my thing, but I might be.
I know that Dorian tried it last. He tried wearing it last.
Okay, hang on. There's a I'll give it to you're supposed to be. It's supposed to be on your standby. Items, core game. There. It's in your backpack. Zertorm's face. Okay.
Face.
Anyway, yes, you do have that. Or Dorian's been carrying that this whole time. Okay? So Deer is rested. All of you are fed. The dwarves are all out. All of them are they're done for. They're beyond exhausted. What are the rest of you doing?
Is that guy's leg gonna is it infected and gonna cause him
to die?
I mean,
it doesn't appear so. It's just his legs were broken, not like he didn't have cuts, open wounds, slash wounds that got infected. It's just got broken legs.
Sure. Give enough time, they'll just heal. Oddly shaped.
Yeah, maybe.
He's so old, maybe the trauma of it will just be too much for him to handle, but he seemed pretty spicy from what the interactions you've had.
Spicy.
Yeah. You could always make him some, not stilts, I don't know, crutches, like Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
You could.
Jimmy?
Yeah, didn't you try to heal him?
Yeah, but you can't heal. Yeah, you can't heal injuries like that. Critical wound injuries. You can't heal them with Matt. They just have to heal it takes their time, or they're permanent, or whatever.
So I mean, you guys could roll a natural healing. I gotta convince this being that I need sleep before I can go and teach him.
Play with it.
Okay.
It's just 6 p.m., right?
Yeah. I mean, darkness has fallen, but...
Okay. But, who's all rested at this point?
Dira is.
I am.
Okay.
Dira's 100%.
Selfish.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty much healed up, but I haven't, actually...
Slept yet. I would say that you will get tired at midnight if you stay awake.
Okay.
But again,
I can keep watch and let everybody rest up.
Okay.
Sure.
And hope I can protect everyone. Or
Do you
run
all?
away fast enough.
Okay. So Dira's gonna keep watch. Go ahead and give me a keep watch roll, then, please, Dira.
Sleep. Ooh, nice.
With ease.
See? It's easy.
This game's easy. I'm telling you. Okay, so what are the other two going to do? Dorian and Garrick.
I'll rest.
Okay. So you're going to rest up, and then Dorian... what'd you say you're gonna do? Have you said yet?
Yeah, I wanna rest up too for sure.
Okay. So now, Marcus, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna kind of jaunt over and tell him, if you want me to teach the game properly, I need rest so I can remember all the rules. I will be back after some sleep, and then I will teach you everything that you need to know about this game.
Imagine at the entrance to the
Okay,
mine.
give me a manipulation roll, please.
Luck.
God, you are
Yes.
broken.
Okay, so Marcus says that, and you just hear, "Okay, come back soon. I'm waiting."
I'll die.
Yeah, you hear, "Okay, come back soon. I am waiting."
Does it?
Rest up, because you're going back in there.
I guess only Marcus would know, but I mean, does it sound like the little girl or the old lady?
No, it's the girl.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
the girl being seems pacified for now, and so now that didn't take you 6 hours to do that, Marcus. So do you want to do anything else, or do you want to rest as well, or what?
Yeah. You need a rest.
Yeah, I'll go rest.
Okay,
Because it's 6 to midnight, right?
that's correct.
Okay.
3 a.m. is the hour, so you can go back in there at 3 a.m.
Oh, yay.
Isn't it from Haunted at Hill House? No.
I can't remember.
It's not just a... It's a witch tale that...
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the witching hour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, so the 6 hours pass uneventfully, quietly, and as Dira's keeping the fire going and looking out, the weather stays the same. Just the clouds. She looks, through the. I mean, you can see the moon behind the clouds, but it's, everything that's lit up. It's just overcast as far as you can see. But thankfully, there's no wind. There's no rain, so at least you're not wet anymore. And like down underground with the dank, dripping, wet mines. All right, so now everyone's rested. Everyone is rested and awake. The dwarves can still sleep. All the dwarves. If you need them to be awake, they can be awake, but they could also sleep for days because they've just been so beat down for such a long time. Now they've had a full meal, sleeping under, in more natural settings. So now they could sleep for another 6 hours if you wanted them to. But if you need them awake for something, you can of course wake them up and they'll be more good to go. So what do we want to do?
So at this point, is it midnight?
Yes, it's midnight, middle of the night.
Okay. Yeah.
Marcus, get in there.
Yeah.
Damn. In the middle of the night. That's ballsy.
Yeah.
Was there anyway we didn't know what time was?
Should one of us go along? I like that rope extraction idea. I think that's a good idea.
Go ahead, Dorn. I think you should go with him.
Yeah, Dorn, you should do it.
Yeah. Good idea, man.
I'll do it.
So Marcus and Dorian are going to go back in?
Or maybe just...
I was going to say, just one of us needs to go in, and I'm talking like just inside.
Not
or
down.
Just a stick.
Yeah, but I want to tie a rope around him.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I'll get a long stick and stand outside the door and start drawing like the symbols of like tic-tac-toe and dirt and whatnot.
Really?
and give them the explanation of
Teach them
how
Chinese
it works. No.
Yeah, tic-tac-toe. Dude, they're going to be angry at that. That's a lame
We
game.
gotta give them the basic first. I'm going to get them to bring me all the jewels and stuff and the sword for more games. Okay?
Okay, so Marcus and Dorian make their way back to the mine entrance. And you just, both of you hear, ooh, yay. And then, and a little giggle. And, okay, so now she's like, what is it? Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me.
You show her. She's like, I hate that kid.
I show her everything.
No, what do you do?
The game of tic-tac-toe. I show her all of it. All of it.
She's gonna be pissed.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Because I can teach her other games, but there are stipulations to the other games.
To get better games, you gotta.
So you show her tic-tac-toe, and she says, okay, what else?
Okay.
Teach her rummy.
I lightly tug on the rope for someone.
So hang on, help me understand what's going on with this rope here. What's with the rope here? What are we doing with that?
It's tied around me so somebody can yank me out very quickly.
Where are you?
I'm like literally just inside the door.
Okay,
With
so
the
you're like
entrance.
the main entrance here with the huge door. That's
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, give me a torch roll, fool. Make you pay. Make you pay for this.
What are you talking about? I pulled one from the fire.
Give me a torch roll.
All right.
You should have said that.
Okay, so
Yeah, all
so
right.
you're holding. So I'd say like maybe Dorian's holding this for you, and you show her tic-tac-toe, and you hear, okay, what's next? Like she's not very impressed, and so Dorian's outside, kind of like being a safety guy, holding the rope, and the rope's wrapped around like Marcus's waist, kind of a thing. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you hear, okay, what else do you got? Like what?
Tell her like a riddle or something.
A riddle.
Yeah. Make her guess a riddle or something. If she can guess it. Wait, no. Should be the other way. I don't know.
Yeah. What is in my pockets?
Charades. What about charades? She can change shape and everything.
Yeah. Get her to like show herself and like she would have to. Ooh, that might be interesting.
So I ask, what games are you interested in?
She says D&D. No, just kidding.
What? She's like, fun ones.
Okay.
Some old.
Like physical games, mental games.
You could play like catch with her. Or
I like games where she like kills people. That's probably.
I love those.
You just hear, are you soft? You know, like, are you are you mentally handicapped? That's what
Are you
she's
like
asking.
slow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear this? You hear this little girl say, "Are you soft?"
Are you touched?
Well, I don't know you, so you gotta give me, a preference
cautious.
of what you like to do. And then secondary, why don't people
I like to play.
Why do people wake up late in Athens?
What?
Why do people wake up late in Athens?
Late.
Does she even-
Athens?
Athens?
Dawn is tough on Greece.
Oh, she doesn't even know those places, right? That's the lamest joke I've ever heard. That's close. That's close.
Again.
Let me ask, how old are you?
I'm 10.
10.
How
Okay.
How old are you?
I don't even know anymore. This trip has put some years on me. I'm 32.
Maybe you can just come down and play.
Ask her what she wants to play.
What is your preferred game to play?
Checkers.
We can just do make believe or, hide and seek.
What happens if you find me?
Then I win.
You should play tag.
Okay, what is the win? What do you get for winning?
Were you ever a kid? Don't you know how to play?
I've never played with invisible or possibly demonic beings before, so I don't know. It's like, oh, I win, I get your kidney, ha ha ha, or if it's just okay, your turn, I hide.
Do you use the phrase demonic being?
Yeah.
And take my kidney? Do you say that?
Okay, hang on. Okay, let me think. You hear when you say that about demonic being, you hear a woman's voice like echoing out, like not like in your head like magical, but just loud shouting. You hear daughter, come back here.
I told you not to talk to strangers.
And
daughter. Earlier she said he. Oh,
So she's got two.
You say
She's got two little demons.
You hear daughter, come back here. Very not happy. And I would say as because you said you approached and you kind of entered into the doorway and you've been standing there like doing this stick, tic-tac-toe and everything and just kind of talking into the darkness, right? And when you hear daughter, get back here, all the walls of this place had been like kind of covered with this pitch black, inky black, whatever, viscous liquid oil. And when you hear that, all of it, like it nothing was moving before, but now it all like it scurries away from you. It peels away off the walls, and it like goes back down into the entrance and is gone. And now that happened, you can see now the walls are back to what they were, but the black inky mass had kind of just been everywhere on the walls of the cavern.
How the hell do you even hide from something like that? Let's get out of here. It's time to go.
Yeah. Hide and seek wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully for the fact that mom called her back, you could leave now safely.
She's looking for some possessions.
It also means that if we ever come back here, we're going to die on the spot.
You will, not us.
Anybody who's with me.
We're not coming with you.
We'll bring Osar. Somebody will turn him into a shield.
Just gotta make him like a wheelchair or something. That's what I'm thinking.
Just get the same strap you have on him, but like a baby strap. He's your new armor on the front.
Nice. Yeah, there's a whole couple sections that we never. We gotta go back in there at some point.
But anyways, as the walls are creeping away, I call out, "Don't go! I wasn't trying to be mean."
Nice. Leave on a good note. Good call.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say that, and trying to think of what they would. It would say.
The mother's still gonna be pissed at you.
Like. You hear the woman's voice say. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to think of what she would say. The mother would say, I can't. No. You don't hear anything.
It's probably best we leave it like that. And we'll walk
away.
I should call out, I could be your stepdaddy.
I'm your father. No.
Yeah.
And then run.
You are really, oh man, that's really going to mess things up.
Don't
You're right. I mean, obviously, I don't think there's any way we can escape this thing if we went down there, or how we would defeat it.
What if it's not contained to the mine? It can just like follow us out in the wilderness. I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, it was in your head. Maybe it will be with you forever. Drive you mad.
Yeah.
Isn't there a condition or something that you would have make you psychotic or something? I guess that's just your wits being on the edge or broken.
Yeah. Well, if your wits is broken, then you're like exhausted and have to sleep. If like your empathy's broken, that means you're like demoralized, emotionally broken, kind of insane in that way. Yeah.
It'll be Marcus for the rest of the game. Unable to heal. Okay.
So are you guys still standing here?
Yeah, I don't know. I tell him, if you're able to, I mean, it's a 10-year-old.
I think she had to run away to her mother, so I mean, I don't know if there's much more.
I don't know. I call out.
But but Marcus knows. I mean, even when you're back at camp, this thing was talking to him. It's like the vicinity of this whole place is kind of within some sort of at least telepathic reach of this thing.
Can I use my ice magic? And can I use it to create like figurines instead? And just kind of
make a snowman.
Yeah, it would do something, like make something that a child may play with, and then they're gonna be in a cold area. Little bastard's gonna bring me the sword one way or another.
Yeah. This is kind of creepy how much you're working on trying to get this kid to.
I know.
It's good. It's probably
let's see.
It's not a kid. It's a demonic being. Okay.
That was once a kid.
Be respectful. They're all different.
Might be half dwarf. We don't know. We don't know how it was born.
I'm looking. I mean, you have. I'd say yeah. For something like this, you're not trying to do some sort of powerful effect and like affect NPCs or the world, really. You're just trying to make some little trinket, basically.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, you can do, yeah, so tell me what you want to do with this. What are you thinking?
Make a teddy bear.
Yeah, a frozen teddy bear. So soft. I was thinking about, you got, I'll create, a couple basketball hoops and Kobe.
All right, you died. Mishap, you died.
I don't know, create some figurines, just like
multiple,
maybe like
things.
a flower or like some sort of ballerina or something. Just something.
Some girly thing.
That they may find entertaining. And because they said there was a he there as well, I might create, Kobe.
No,
like I don't know, like a Kobe warrior or like a, that has
some sort of male kind. Okay, so you make 3 little figurines.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're like, whatever, little action figure size things. Okay, so you make 3 of them. What do you do with them?
I just leave them there and
like at the entrance.
Yeah, just tell them I'll see if you feel more like talking later, and then like leave.
You hear, my mom says I can't come up there. Bring those down to the platform so I can play with those. She's like whispering. She says, my mom says I can't go up there. Bring them down to me. And she's talking about that little. The first time you guys met her was in the chapel. There's that little stage area that I think Marcus got on top of, and the blackness dripped down onto your shoulder.
Dude, that's hella ways down there, man.
I whisper, I say, my mom says I can't go down there. I gotta leave them here.
That's awesome.
I'll bring them to like the staircase.
She says,
that's about as far as I can go.
She says, bring them down or take them with you. Do not leave them up there.
Dude, now's your chance. I'll bring him down there if you give me the sword.
Yeah, double down, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can do this. We believe in you.
Yeah. Which one of you sorry sons of bitches is gonna come with me?
They don't trust us. You got this.
I'm sleeping.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
By the way, like Dorian doesn't hear any of this. Well, Dorian heard like the mom's voice saying, "Get down here." But all this stuff with the girl, Dorian's just up there like, is Marcus even like imagining all this? Like, WTF? Like, he doesn't hear any of it.
And Marcus turns to him like, so I made these little figurines, and we got to go all the way back down the platform. You can come with me?
Like, how long is this rope? Can we Mission Impossible it? You just bring me down the staircase with that rope and then reel me up as fast as you can?
Yeah.
I just want to turn to him and say, "You mother." But then reluctantly still go.
Push comes to shove, I'm gonna push you, and then
you hear like, "Bring me those."
Did you ask her for the sword?
No, I know I haven't asked for the sword yet, but
Go for the sword.
Dude, I say one step at a time. This is gonna really help us. I think you simply take these down. We'll ask for a sword later.
Yeah, like if anything, we'll ask for the sword later, or for her to take her mother's life and then be our indentured servant.
I need you to kill your mother, dude. That's more
no fun.
She doesn't want you to have fun. She doesn't want you to live. You need to kill her.
Oh my lord!
No. Now we're going to the next level. This is forbidden, man.
Such a drag.
And I think now's the time to ask for that sword, though. Perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
She really wants those figures. So. I don't know.
You get the sword. We don't have to be here.
Yeah, but if the daughter or whatever this thing can hear me say this, the mother can hear it too. All right.
Hey, here.
I'm probably gonna get boned so hard. I'm gonna get down there. Mom's gonna be standing there as like a giant and just be like, "Nah, squish."
Be quiet and bring me those. Be quiet.
Yeah, what if we bring him to the chapel, and then when we're there, we whisper to her like, "I'll bring more if you bring me the sword."
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Okay.
You got this. Go.
But then you're committed to bring more.
Okay, I'm a little worried, even whispering. I mean, this thing is like saying this into my head.
Yeah.
If I say it out loud, that might be the end.
You have a backup character.
You know what? When I'm creating these, create these figurines, I'll also create like a note or something for that on it, they can
Nice.
read it.
Bring
And
me
it would be
sword.
like, bring me the sword and I can create more of these for you. P.S. Destroy this so your mommy doesn't see. Yeah. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it
This
does.
message will self-destruct.
Yeah.
You're assuming she's literate, so I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, maybe she can't read.
this is Forbidden Lands.
Could
Dark
people
time,
in
hard times.
1165 of the year, can they read back then? We don't know.
You could talk about how you would love that there's this sword and you would love it. Just,
Yeah.
tell her a
Make it
story.
sound like that.
How you would love to have a sword because you don't get one because you're so pathetic.
Oh,
My mom won't let me
gosh.
have one. Nice.
Yeah, you want me to tell a like some sort of bedtime
Girls
story?
love gossip. You need to get on our level.
Yeah, and mommy doesn't care. As soon as I start talking down there, it's gonna know. I know it's gonna know, and it's gonna come and it's gonna get us.
I would love
it's gonna be game over,
to have
man.
some magical, crazy weapon. All I have is this little tiny poker.
Ah, man.
I want to be looked at as
if
a
I get
warrior.
that sword, I ain't gonna give it to you.
Selfish.
I feel like this little girl's getting angry of us just talking and.
This is all just like stuff that's going on in your mind, and like you're like mulling it over.
All right.
Let's do it, Marcus. I feel like this is a great plan for you.
So Marcus turns to Dorian. Dorian's outside, like holding the rope. Like, what's going on in there? And like Marcus turns around to Dorian and says, "What?"
I turn to him and like my expression is Henry Winkler in what was that Adam Sandler movie?
Waterboy.
Where he's like, huh?
Waterboy.
Not Waterboy. The one where he's like half angel, half devil, or whatever.
Oh, Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, yeah. When he's about to cast like bees on him, and he goes, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the look I give him. Like, you coming with me?
Dorian sees this and does what?
He just shakes his head. Like, I can't believe this.
Can't believe we're doing this.
Yeah.
So you
take. But I still go.
So you take a step in. So you guys walk in. Silent. You come down. And again, now you're staring at that spiraling staircase down, down, down into the blackness. Do you proceed?
Is this darkness, I don't know, I hold the torch to the wall and see, is it the same as it was before?
Yeah. It looks like the first time you saw it.
Okay, so it doesn't have something creepy crawly on it?
That's correct.
All right.
So you guys slowly start winding your way down, the two of you. Let's say you get like halfway down.
Building.
Torch roll, please.
Do you have torches?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So you guys make it all.
I'm about to run out of torches.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
that's
one
not
step behind you.
That's not good. So you make it to the bottom, and now you're in this kind of annex room with the cart tracks in the wall, on the floor, leading you in. And you guys walk in, and here's that room with the used carts, destroyed stuff, dusty. You're like, shh, quiet, closer. So you guys walking slowly.
I set the figurines down and I say, I whisper like, this is definitely close enough. We don't want to make your mother angry. And then like, if you happen to find anything cool,
she says, I can't reach there.
Can't reach there?
Yeah, where you put him down. She's like, I can't reach there.
Hey, Dorian, go put those over there a bit closer.
And you hear, so you guys are like, I'd say you're like kind of like right here. You can see the light of the chapel from the ceiling, the emanating light. You know, you're close enough to where you can see that around the corner. And Dorian sets him there, or I mean Marcus sets him there, and you hear, I can't reach that.
Can I hear that too?
No, no, you don't hear that.
Okay.
Just go. You can do this.
Fine.
And you hear, be quiet.
Okay, so I be like as quiet as I can, I guess.
So that means give me a what is it? Stealth roll. Okay, so before you guys do anything, are both of you going? Just one of you going? What do you want to do? So I'd say you guys get to the corner. You guys are at the corner and you can look in. You don't see anything in there. I mean, there's not like some big bad scary thing in there. It just looks exactly. It's this platform with like the circular stone pews carved into the ground. It looks just like it was last time you were there. So nothing visibly unusual. So, and you hear Marcus hears, be quiet. So, what do you want to do? Both of you go in, or one of you, or what?
I still have the rope tied around me, right? We never untied that.
You never. I mean, you never. That's correct. You never formally untied it.
I'm just gonna stand at the corner.
I point at him, and I point. You know, like
you do like the
motion.
You do like the special ops, like kind of.
Yeah. Yes. You over there.
Okay.
Pull on me when I give this signal, or if I scream.
Okay, so you're gonna go. Okay, so give me if you're gonna go by yourself, and Dorian will be like your anchor guy. Give me a stealth roll, or I was gonna say before you rolled, or we'll just let me erase that since you failed anyway. I'll say you can give me a stealth roll, or you can spend a willpower again, and as a human, you can roll some other skill that you're actually good at.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like along the lines of survival?
It is.
If you only knew. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's totally safe and normal. This happens all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So Marcus, you just know instinctively, just the seriousness, because this girl's been either playful or kind of irritated with you, but the way she's been like seriously telling you to be quiet, you get the hint that it's time to actually do so, and so you're like so nervous about being quiet. Like Marcus gets hands and knees and like crawls super slow and quiet.
Inchworm my way over there.
Yeah, inches his way, crawling through, just crawling by these stone pews, and like there's the platform with nothing on it, and silently puts these three figurines up on the platform, and you hear, back away.
What?
Back away.
Okay. Yeah, I back away.
You asked that like loudly. What?
No, I couldn't hear what.
Yeah. So you like you crawl backwards, and since it's light in here, everywhere else is dark except for your torch. So there's light going down that hallway to your right that was leading off to the Saurian kind of lair where they were. It's just kind of light going everywhere out of this room. And you hear back away. And you do back away. And you see coming out of the Saurian room a large worm, glowing. It's a glowing, enormous worm, but it's moving silently. It's like right here. It's enormous, and it's Dorian seen one of these. You hear Dorian like under his breath, like he can't help it. He's not saying it loud enough to be heard, but he's just like abyss worm, like not good. You hear?
Yeah, he's definitely not saying it loud enough for me to hear.
Yeah, he's like oh my god, like Dorian. Like I would say, like Marcus is back up around the corner with Dorian, and the both of you like looking like what's gonna happen. And as soon as this enormous worm, for as huge as it is, it's like not making any sound, and it's like silently coming out from where the Saurians were, where Marcus killed all them, and it's rounding the corner to turn away from you. And as it turns, like Marcus can just sense Dorian like freeze up, like instinctively upon seeing this thing, because this is like this is not right. And as it turns, and it's glowing too, it's glowing like this purplish light. It looks completely unnatural. And as it turns and moves away, because it's got these like rings of a worm body, and as it turns away, like the side of it kind of peels apart. That side that's facing you, that's turning that corner, kind of peels apart, and you see. Let me look real quick. You see a what would it be? I can't see a roll. Okay, so you see as this thing turns and the segments of this body kind of stretch around this corner. You see in the segments, like where the skin peels thin or is thin, you see under the skin, you see like faces pressed up against the skin, and like the skin kind of peels open like this, and you just like see from the inside. You see like a face of a woman inside, and it's not looking at you that you can tell. There's just faces looking at you. You just hear like this this like screaming, and then you see other faces as the skin of this part's like being pulled apart. You see like a dwarf face, you see a woman's face, you see all these faces in this segment, and then as it turns that corner, that segment closes, and those faces they go back behind under the skin, and then the next segment opens up, and it's more faces. You see these faces partially, from what you can see, they're like disfigured, screaming in agony, but it's muffled under this under this, wrapped around the mouth, so something is horrifically wrong here, and it's so
Kadavra.
And so you see this thing, and it's 40, 50 feet long, and it turns, and it moves, and it's warm. You feel massive warmth radiating off this thing, and it turns, and I'd say the tail of it's right here, and it's moving its way down this cavern away from you guys. And your what's your thing called? Sorry, your talent or your
demons fear me.
Your sense magic. Your sense magic is like pinging beyond. I mean, you're max. Like, this is absolutely unnatural beyond anything else. And then what's your other? What was that thing you just mentioned?
Demons naturally fear me.
Okay, maybe some of them do. No, it's your pride.
Pride.
It's your pride.
Yeah, I'm a pride.
So in your past, anytime you've ever encountered a demon and you've confronted it, it's always cowered and been scared of you, at least to some degree. That's true. But
not these.
Well, I mean, this one either didn't detect you or doesn't know about you or doesn't care, but it didn't make any motions, like it acknowledged that you existed.
I can tell that it is demonic.
I mean, that's a good question. Is there a talent for that? You can detect magic, and you definitely detected a ton of magic, but is there a detect demon? I don't think. I'm trying to think if there's a. I mean, I would say you can't know for sure, but so as this thing, it finally silently slithers away, and the warmth goes away, and it gets back to being cold and dark. It turns the corner and goes down the perfect path. It heads down that way, and so it's like 2 or 3 corners away now, and you hear, "Thank you," and you hear "Thank you" whispered to you, and out of the ceiling and the lights of the chapel, out of the ceiling, that black oozy mass kind of coalesces and drips down out of the ceiling. 3 quick drips, and it grabs those 3 figurines and snatches them and takes them up into the ceiling. And so now it's gone. Those 3 things are gone, and you hear "Thank you," and Dorian like finally exhales, and just like, that was not an abyss worm. That's nothing. That is not natural. That is not real. That is, what the hell is that? Is Dorian's kind of.
Now's your chance. Take it. I don't know if you have any magic that could comprehend the thing. Probably not. You have Vanish Demon. What would that do? You would die instantly, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to make my way with Dorian back to
oh, come on.
The top.
Okay.
Once we were at the doorway.
Okay, hang on. So give me another. I'll need one more torch roll for that, for the journey all the way back up these steps, and time too. This will be like 2 hours, I would say. But yeah, you can make it back up, and I need one more torch roll. So now you guys are back up to the top, and you're at the doorway, looking at each other like, what in the actual hell did we just look at?
Honestly, the crazier part is what was this black ooze?
That's the child.
The worm shit this ooze, and this ooze became a child, or was the worm a baby version of what's actually down there, and it can control whatever ooze?
I don't know.
It's crazy. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get this child in trouble and tell it that if it wants more figurines, it needs to bring me the sword.
Okay, so how do you want to say that?
You're going to threaten it.
Yeah, I'm going to threaten it. That's right.
That's so
I'm going to pull a Dira. I'm going to drag Dira over here. I'm going to tell her what I want said, and then she can just curse at it and tell it, bring me the sword, or, I stab you in the face.
Okay, well.
Too often, I'm not even coming near the.
Okay, so
I don't think you can threaten this thing.
So what like really? So I'm not saying that doesn't really happen, but so you come up to the top, and you heard this thing say "thank you" a couple times, and I hear you say like "good job," like "good job," like you actually you made it, and now you're at the surface, and so what do you want to say, or what does Dorian say?
Yeah, Dorian, what was that? Do you know?
Yeah. I have no idea.
That was that looked something like some sort of version of an abyss worm, but it is not natural. Abyss worms don't have faces inside them screaming. Not for very long, anyway.
You guys could potentially save all those people that are stuck in there.
Ooh.
And one of them probably has the sword.
Anymore. That might just be trapped souls inside the demon skin.
Well, you're still saving them.
Yeah. There's nothing we can do. They're being cocooned just like the others.
Yeah, nice. So we nuked the site from orbit.
It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that exact same thing.
So how do we do that? What spell do you have to cast to Marcus to
Go down to the spiral staircase and just drop a nuke in there and just call it done.
Be done.
Yeah, I just carry these pocket nukes. You know.
All right. So do you guys want to stay here, Marcus? Do you want to say anything? Do you what do you want to do?
Okay. So, knowing now what I've seen, go to the entrance, and I say, "So sorry, I will never be back here," and run away.
So you want to live? That's smart.
Yeah. No. I'm just. I don't know.
I still feel like you should have sacrificed your character to get the sword for us.
If I died, how would I bring the sword back up?
We'd find it.
You'd find it in that giant worm's body along with me.
Maybe.
And then you could be with me for the rest of your agonizing life inside this demon skin.
And you could try banish demon on that thing. What do you think?
Yeah. But she's Louise.
That doesn't actually banish it to its own realm. It just does damage.
Yeah, equal to its power level, right?
Do it. With us
Equal
up here.
to the power level that I cast, but at most I think I might get like, if I cast with all my willpower and I got 6s on everything, I could get a like a level 19. But
sweet.
Even then, something that big, something that glowy, it'd probably survive and then just eat me afterwards.
But you go out
That's
like
me rolling max. I rolled 9 dice to put up a tent, and I failed.
Yeah.
Well, you got all the bad dice out. You got them all out. Now it's only good ones.
But anyways, I don't know. I guess I'll state that I will try and come back and make more figurines or whatever. I just wish that I could find my grandpa's long lost sword.
Nice.
Okay.
Built into it that he got from some princess for saving her. You know, I get some story.
Who's my mother? My grandmother.
His name was, Jerk Off. No. Thanks. His name was Jerk Off. Great.
What? Are you seriously?
No, I was gonna say Linkerton or something like that.
Linkerton.
Linkerton the Third.
All of a sudden, you hear snoring in the cave.
Yeah.
Girl's like, "What are you even talking about?"
She says, you go on about some sword you're looking for, and she just says, well, Mother has Malagarn. That's a good sword.
Love
See?
That's it. I knew it. You're right.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Ask her if she can
get it. That Grandpa owned. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, ask her if Mother is the worm.
Yeah, you hear like, I told you to be quiet. Now you saw why. She was mad.
Yeah, that's totally her. And she has the sword inside her, almost guaranteed.
Yeah, right.
If we want that sword, we gotta kill her.
No, if we want that sword, we gotta get this black ooze to kill her.
Ooh, nice.
Does your mother ever sleep?
Yeah.
I'll take you away.
Does your mother eat? What does your mother eat?
Creatures. Yeah, ask all that.
Is she susceptible to any diseases? How tall is she?
Just says like, she's like, she's like whispering, but I won't whisper because it's hard for you to hear. But she says, you saw how tall she is, and yes, she eats all the time.
Yeah. Is she afraid of water?
Shakes her head, or she doesn't, but she's like afraid. She just kind of chuckles.
Like hasn't seen her afraid of anything. What really gets your goat?
Just saying, like, why do you always have to do what your mother says?
She's my mom. I love her.
Well, yeah, but I mean, do you like fear her?
Ooh.
Are you trying to get me to be bad?
No, I'm not trying to get you to be bad. I'm
All
just curious. Like, does she, like, are you afraid that she's going to eat you if you are bad?
No.
Nice. All right, convince her this. Tell her that the sword is, you're down there to try to get that sword because you know that if a big creature like her mother swallowed it or whatever, that is kind of like hurting her on the inside and she needs to get out. It's like a splinter or something. I'm trying to help your mother.
Cancer.
Yeah, it needs to come out. It's hurting her.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help. Can you bring it to me?
She now has pancreatitis.
Diverticulitis. Yeah.
Malafilatory reticulitis.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, seriously, I think we should convince her that it's hurting her mom and we need to get it. If she helps us get that sword and brings it to us, her mom will be like so much
save
happier.
Your mother. Just you and I. I mean, mainly you. You will do all the saving, but I will tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Does she buy that? Manipulation rule.
She doesn't. She just says, I'm going to go play with my figurines. For now.
Wait, come back.
You bored her.
No, she said. No, she says. She says, thank you. I haven't had any new toys and she just kind of trails off like she doesn't know the last time she had any new toys. So she says, thank you.
You are welcome. If time permits, I will come back and give you more.
Nice.
And that's all you hear.
All right.
We're going to get drugged back here with Arvia, and Arvia's ass can go in there and take these figurines with her, and maybe I'll let her live. The rest of them that goes down there, they're dead for sure, but she can hold on to it.
Nice. We should find Marigold and get her to go down there and get the sword for us.
Marigold probably murder everything in this tunnel, and then once we find out how strong Marigold is, she'll murder us.
Dude, she could like play her lute or whatever it is, right? And maybe entrance the beast, and then we could get the sword out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
So you guys ready to go? Are you guys ready to go back to camp?
Yeah. Let's pretend we went back to camp. We're sitting around the fire.
Up is after they've taken in all the psychological drugs that involve in her friggin' concert.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marcus and Dorian return from this escapade, and everyone's rested, right? Everyone rested?
Yeah.
And so all the dwarves, I'd say, just for if you guys want this all to be a secret, then we'll still have all the dwarves that you saved are all out still, passed out, recuperating. So the four of you are sitting around the campfire, and Marcus and Dorian catch up the party on what happened down there. And so what are you guys talking about? What are you guys thinking about?
I turned to Dorian and I was like, "Did you see that giant worm, man? It was so awesome. I got like half a stock."
Like,
Half a stock.
I'm like, shit my pants.
So good to be alive, man. The adrenaline was pumping so hard.
You're so dumb.
That's awesome.
So dumb.
So this thing was like glowing purple.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'd be like asking Marcus or Dorian for some more information. Like, so, like, how long was this thing? I mean,
like,
was it like as tall?
Like 50 feet.
Oh shit! It was like as tall as like all the rooms or the ceilings or tunnels.
I mean, it could burrow its way through. I mean, but it was huge. It was massive.
Did it have like a ton of like teeth all on the front of it?
It had it has like the side of its body is kind of hard and scaly and accustomed to like burrowing through rock. It's can protect, but where the segments kind of peeled across, like the fleshy inside, that's where the faces were for sure. There's that, but yeah, I'd say when it first came around the corner, it's like a searching kind of maw, just a big hole basically with like teeth and stuff on the outside of it. But yeah,
that's awesome.
A big thing to eat with.
I was expecting as it went by, and the parts of its body splayed open, and you could see the faces. We would see like a silhouette of a sword, and like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the sword inside of it, or is she guarding the sword somewhere? I mean, like, not sure yet.
You didn't see it. You saw and heard faces screaming in agony.
That's it. Someone's gonna have to go into the worm, agreed to be eaten, and then search around for it. And then you'd be like
you look
the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy that cuts his way out.
God.
Pretty sweet. I don't know if getting out is an option though.
Yeah, right.
Like how many people had all those weapons and like they didn't just throw a weapon away because they were getting eaten.
It sounds like a good job for Dira. She seems like somebody that would love to be eaten and then cut her way out.
I would always survive. I don't know.
We need to.
I don't like children.
Go down there for the worm, but I don't have to talk to that little girl.
I can't talk to her.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, what was it?
Oh, hopefully I think that little girl's a key. I mean, I think she can help us get it somehow. I don't know how, right. but definitely made a friend with the figurines for sure.
Yeah.
We're likely to live having this little girl help us.
How bad do we want to get this sword? I mean...
ultimately,
it's like,
I think we should...
It's like, what are you guys doing? And what are you doing this for?
Exactly. Yeah. We could use this to our advantage and say we have a secret way in and use it for money. We could pawn this little girl off.
What do you mean now?
No.
No, I love this plan. Go.
Please.
I'm just saying, if, Arvia comes across, we can be like, yeah, we have a way in.
Okay.
But you gotta pay to find out.
Yeah, I see. Exactly. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's going on in the mind, and no one else does.
Exactly.
We know what's up.
That's right. You have girl. Yeah, you have intelligence and stuff, and that's valuable.
And then we have the dwarves that we saved to validate this. So we could get a really good scam going.
See? Dira's.
See?
There you go.
Let's build our own theme park. The final ride.
The Mines of Stoneloom. Come on. That'd be awesome. Ride the Great Worm.
Right, exactly. Don't mind this special effects. Yeah, that looks like a mouth. Climb on in. All right. No one's going to complain that they paid too much.
Oh, there goes another one. That's awesome.
That's good.
Another happy customer.
I'm just saying we could make some money off this. If we could survive.
I like that.
Even better. I mean, we could get paid to let them in, and then we could get paid by the other side to let them in. Be like, oh, you hungry? Give us some amethysts and stuff. You know, we'll send people right in there, and we're like, check it out, a thrill ride.
That might actually be a good plan, right? We'll somehow try to talk to the worm, entice it that like, hey, we'll bring you food if you give us that sword. You know, type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, 100 years worth of food, and then we just never go back again.
Advertise like we've got the save all. We've got it.
Right, yeah, we got snake oil right here.
Yeah, literally.
You got a crink in your neck?
We've
Get down
got
in this hole, it'll save you.
We've got the worm for you.
Yeah.
Hey, do I recall, like, in my lore, like, as a dwarf, about amethyst and, like, if these mine, what do we call these worms?
Abyss worms.
They're like abyss worms. If amethyst is something they eat, or is it poisonous to them, or anything like that?
No, it's not.
Or do I just not know? Okay.
No, amethyst is just a gem. It's just a valuable gem, and you guys found a good chunk of it. That's kind of what dwarves are all about: gems and riches. And so you found a pocket that had been a little bit picked through, but you guys finished it off for sure.
All right. I think I'd like to try to hunt again. If I could. I mean, it's like probably 1 or 2 in the morning at this point, right?
Yeah, it's 2 in the morning. Yeah, I'd let you hunt.
Okay. Could I upgrade my pack rat?
You can. What's the? Let me see here. Pack rat level 1. Go to pack rat level 2. That'll cost you 5 XP. Yes, you can do that. So.
All right.
Good lord. And so,
what's your?
I read that if I fail this roll, I have to roll on the hunting mishap table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that for you. So, did you get your character all sorted there, Marcus? Pack rat level 2. Spend 5 XP.
How much? I don't know how to upgrade my pack rat.
Oh, okay.
That was usually something you did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Level
2.
2. All right. So yeah, it says you can carry here to the chat. Pack rat level 2. You can carry 5 more items than normal without being encumbered. So let me adjust your.
Should be at 11. Wasn't the first level at 2? And the second level puts it at 5. So I was originally at 6. Well, so they should put it at 11.
Well, I mean, it's how much encumbrance you can carry is dictated by your strength and attributes, strength, encumbrance. It's encumbrance. You can carry a number of items equal to double your strength. Use your base strength score. So since you have 3 strength, you can carry 6. But since you have pack rat level 2, now you can carry. That's why you can do 8.
11.
What? No, 2 strength. So.
Well, yeah. Well, at rank 1, I can carry 2 more items.
And now you can carry 5 more items, and so yeah. So now, yeah, it's right. I see what you're saying now. So now you're at 11. How do I? I'm not sure how to. Oh, carrying capacity. I'll say +5. There. Now you're at +5. So now you're at 8 out of 11. Okay, so that's you. Very good. You folded and unfolded and whatever to learn your pack rating. That's good. Now, do you want to push this roll, Garrick, on your survival, or do you just want to roll with a fail?
I'll push it.
Okay, push it real well. Oh,
yeah. All right. We'll take that.
Okay, so now you found something. Now, what did you find? Now
I gotta do marksmanship.
That's what you roll to hunt. Survival. And then you just roll a d6.
Yeah, to see what I found.
Yeah, roll me a d6, please. Ooh, 5.
Ooh, a boar.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. 4 meats. 2 pelts.
All right, if you kill it. So that's what you found. Yeah, so now give me a marksmanship, or just roll your arrow, roll your bow, so it automatically fires your arrow ammo.
Oh no! I think my bow's broken. Yeah, I can't use that.
Oh snap!
I might have my two-handed sword though.
You can't.
That's weird. I
can't hunt with
see that roll.
No, it says in there to hunt. Hunt. You need to
marksmanship if using a weapon. Survival again if using a trap.
You need some form of gear to hunt, either a ranged weapon or a hunting trap, which you don't have either of those.
Nuts.
Oh,
this whole thing's folly. So maybe I see the boar. I'm like, yes.
Man, that'd be good.
I have a way to kill it.
That's right. Yeah, you guys have some broken gear.
Oh man, dang it.
Well,
should have scavenged for berries.
Yeah, I can do.
I would. Okay, well, hang on.
Spend this time repairing my weapon.
Yeah, well, I would say you would. Your character's smarter than the player and the GM. Your character wouldn't go out here hunting knowing that his bow's broken, so you wouldn't waste your time doing that. So we'll just get rid of that and put your wits back up, because you're not gonna fail this roll because you're not even gonna do it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't. So if you want to forage for food, then I can let you do that. Or if you want to do some other activity. And if you want to...
I want to spend this time to repair my bow.
Okay.
Crafting.
And remember, if you
fail,
it's
damaged.
That's right. It's permanently... yes, it's permanently broken.
All right, here we go. Oh, yes.
Okay, so...
it takes like a couple hours, doesn't it?
Where is that? Consumables?
I think it was...
I'm trying to find where repair. Gear gets worn. Damaged gear can be repaired. It takes a few hours work and a successful roll with crafting. If the roll is successful, gear is restored by 1 point for every success, up to the starting value. If the roll fails, the gear bonus is permanently decreased to its current score. If the gear bonus has been reduced to 0, then it's permanently destroyed. Okay, so yeah, we'll say it just takes the rest of the morning here since it's like 2. And so now that I found the rule, so you can up it, so I'll up it by 1. So now you spent some time here and you repaired, so now your longbow is now half restored. It's up to 1 out of 2. Very good.
Oh, okay.
It's back up. So
I don't see my longbow at all.
It's on your it's in your backpack.
Oh, there it is. My bad.
Yeah. So now it's at attribute 1 instead of 0. So that's you. Dira, what are you up to?
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep watch for everybody, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't trust anyone.
That's the spirit. That's the wise way to play.
That's the Forbidden Lands motto.
Keep it on edge.
Very good.
Nice.
Dorian, what about you?
I wonder what the condition of my gear is. Wasn't my battle axe like damaged at one point?
Let's find
Or
out.
did I fix that? I don't know how to see that.
It's just in your gear page. You
just
can see.
Click on battle axe, or
well, it just says like yeah. You can. Well, do you guys have like the edit button or the?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your all your stuff is. None of your stuff's broken or dinged up, but you can heal. You can repair other people's stuff. You know, you could repair his bow one more, or try to.
Yeah,
or,
I do have. Smith. I don't know how much that could help.
That's for like creating things, right? Smith. Or no, hammering. You can use crafting skill to make any weapon. Yeah, that's for building stuff. That's for like making. Okay. That's for making weapons. That's not for repairing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you'd have to have materials to build a weapon or something. You have to, You have to have, which you don't.
But
I feel like we've been here before.
Oh no, I don't. I couldn't upgrade my crafting skill as I was repairing my bow, could I?
No.
I need to be practicing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I gather wood and supplies to like replenish torches? Can I do something like that?
Yes, you can do that. I want to
prepare to like go back into the mine, basically.
Yeah, of course. So I would say you, with your axe, you can go gather, because it only costs 1 wood for a torch. I'm trying to, how many, yeah, you can absolutely go do that. I would need a torch roll, though, because you're going to be going out in the middle of the night, chopping wood and whatever. So I would need a torch roll. Okay. I would just say, yeah, you can gather. I have no idea how many how many woods are in a tree. I just say there's a. You don't go out foraging per se, but there's just like around the camp. There's a couple old growth tree. There's just a couple trees around the camp. You're not like in a forest. But there's a few trees growing, and you can fell one of those, and you can spend this time chopping it up and turning it into torches. So I would say, in this amount of time, you can build in a few hours. You can build, let's say, like 6 torches. Just pulling a number out. I don't know, because to like carve them and like wrap them and all that to make them, I'd just say you can spend this much time and you can build 6 torches. So now you basically have 6D worth of torches you can like distribute however you want to whoever.
Okay. What does that mean? I mean, I go from like D6 to D8?
Yeah, you can go D6 to D8, that's 1, D8 to D10, that's 2, D10 to D... That kind of... So you have 6.
Yeah, I have a D6, so I could use some.
Okay. So just tell me... So, before everyone like starts doing stuff, like, let's see who's all got what. I see...
I'm at D6 right now.
Yeah.
I might want to go up to like D10, so like use 2 of them.
Okay.
I have a D10 and torches, so I don't need any.
I have a D8.
Okay.
You don't need any.
Okay, so so there's 6. So just tell me who all's getting what.
I take 2, or I take 3, and Dorian takes 3.
Okay, so now both of you are at D12.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
All right, top. I mean, that's good use of time. That's very practical. Okay, so now it's 6 in the morning. The sun is out. Oh yeah, my favorite pastime.
Weather. You're the weatherman.
No, so I'm okay. You guys take all the torches, just so you know, next time.
Oh, I guess we could give you one. No,
it's okay. No, you don't have to force yourself. Don't do that. I don't need torches. I don't want to go back into the dark. I'm good.
You're going back in the dark.
So
that'll be your excuse from here on out.
Put me back in the closet, Mom.
So as Dorian's laboring away on this tree, the rain starts coming down, and it's pretty decent drizzle, and it's getting windy, so if you guys are going to be out here for very long, you're okay in camp. But once you break camp, and if you're just going to be out kind of adventuring out here topside, you're going to be cold. You're okay here in the camp with the fire going, but that's in camp.
Yeah, I'm happy to stay in the tent repairing my gear at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Like all day. I mean, it's going to be raining and kind of windy and overcast, and you guys are up on the top of this mountain right at the entrance to this mine.
I keep watch.
Imagine I'll pull out my book. What book would I have?
Okay, so now all the dwarves wake up. The dwarves all wake up now, 6 a.m, and they're all like, oh my, they sleep with the dead. They're just like, oh my God, I feel amazing. They feel a lot better. They look a little better now. They had real food and like got real rest. And so Milva wakes up and checks on Osor, and he, he's an old, for a dwarf even, he's old. So he, he's like kind of slow to get up and just, ugh. But she's like, okay, they had no idea what all went on with the, figurines and everything that happened at night. As far as I know, you guys were just going to rest up and then head out somewhere or help them head out or something. And so she looks to you all and says, okay, are we ready to leave or what?
Yeah.
We're ready when you are. Are you going to come with us?
When the old guy wakes up, I'm already hovering over him, like wide-eyed, just like pale to the face and everything. When he wakes up, I'm like, "We need to go.
Nice.
Get your old ass up.
They're ready.
We need to leave this place now."
They're all like, they're in absolute agreement. They're like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's go." The twitchy one is like starting to head down the path. Like he's the first one to like, I never want to see this place again.
I grab Jag.
Okay, so, you grab Jag. So the way they're heading off, they're heading off to the southwest. That's just their natural way that they were gonna go, which you guys have not been. Do you want to
say follow the little ones?
Okay, so
yeah,
I would say unless you have a. So, yeah, I mean, you have Jag. So, what do we want to do with Osor, the cripple?
Drag him behind Jag.
Okay. So, do you want him, like, on a... What do we want to do here? Do we want to, like, put him on Jag? I mean, he could...
he could ride Jag.
Where's our wagon? Where did we leave that? Don't we have to go back for that?
The forest was just too thick for that. You couldn't carry that big ass thing with you through the thick forest. So you guys hit it miles away. You guys took time and hit it so no one can find it. So you think?
Well, Jag has my field kitchen, so it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so
I can carry now. I put that on my character sheet. I can carry that now. I can pack everything.
Okay.
I want my field kitchen.
You're a freaking hoarder. I'm gonna be on TLC pretty soon.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be great. Like whole Forbidden Lands.
Where's my field knife?
I can't get rid of this pot. It's never gonna leave me.
Oh God. All right. So, are we just leaving? Do we want to go on the road again?
I think so, and we're gonna go.
I think so. Yeah.
Going, right. We're gonna.
Let's visit their outposts. Let's get some more like info or something.
Yeah, outpost. I mean, they're going back. They're like, oh, we're gonna, it's gonna be. It's a long ways away.
How long is a long? Like 5 days?
Through the more than that. It'll a week or. It took us there. She's like. We had to go through Orkland, through Trolls. It took a long time. A week, over a week. It took many days. We're going back to Stone Garden.
And we have to
avoid the Rust brothers as well.
I turn to everyone else and I say, we're not responsible enough to return this face, right? We're not responsible enough to go back to our original point of contact with the army. Like, we're just gonna take his face and run. I mean, there's
I would
gonna be
say
some sort of
you all remember
repercussion.
Yeah, you all remember. I would say even if the players can't remember. I was trying to make it like memorable, but like when you guys were first at the getting close to these mines and you guys were camped. And Zertorm broke down through the roof of the canopy of the trees on his dragon, and like dropped down, and he like jumped off in a hurry, or acting in a way you've never seen before, and he thrust that bag to your hand and says like, "Don't let her find this," and gave it to you, and like took off. And he was very serious and animated, and you could hear another dragon in the air when that happened. And he didn't explain anything, but that's what he said, was like, so you would remember that because that was quite memorable. So that's what he said about that mask, or about that was, and then you later found out what it was. Yeah,
Trust no female.
So there's someone that, who knows what he's really up to. You don't know, but he gave it to you and was very adamant that you don't let a certain person find it.
Gee.
Hey, female.
Should have been like, don't let mother find it. Or there is this epic ass demon that will turn you inside out if he finds you or she finds you with this face. So, but ultimately we don't show it to no one. I'm gonna go in
until we know exactly who that is,
and I'm gonna wear this face. Gonna put it on.
Hang on.
The shitter, and everyone else
by yourself with the face on. Let's see what happens.
Be like, yes, ultimate power. And then once I'm done taking a crap, I'll take it off, and then we can continue.
Oh my lord!
You're so dumb.
It's awesome. It sounds like a great. I think you should do that plan with that whole abyss worm.
Throw the face to the abyss worm.
We're a couple miles away.
That abyss worm happens to be a she, so I don't know.
Yeah, that could be the one that we are trying to keep the. I don't know. So what were you gonna say, Mike?
The face and the sword, she'd be like, "I have the power."
Dude, I think it's worth a shot. So what are we doing? Are we? Gosh, it would really help them if they had Jag for that dude. Osar, whatever his name. But
we were contemplating feeding someone's face to a worm.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
Just make things worse, more chaotic.
Milva says she sees like you guys are kind of not of a cohesive mind about what you want to do, and she says, if you let us take the horse to Stone Garden, we will repay you on the dwarven honor. You've saved our lives, and if you help us return safely to Stone Garden, she's like trying to say like it'll be like the most profound gesture of goodwill, and the amount of gratitude you will receive is she's not trying to say it's beyond anything you could ever imagine, but she's trying to say like you will be rewarded more than
my horse back.
Oh, come on, dear. It's just for a couple weeks. Wait, no.
I gotta have my horse back.
All right, I'll go out and try to find a boar that this dude could ride on, maybe.
I mean, I could ride on a boar, but I mean.
Oh no, for him, not you.
Oh, okay.
Strap him to a boar. Go.
Like the smaller races in this game can ride, like I think boars. I think they can, or like dogs, wolves. Like there's smaller races. They can do that. I don't think dwarves are small enough to do that.
Oh, I think it'd be if lopped off his legs. You know.
There you go.
Yeah, you're missing a foot. You could probably ride.
Yeah.
Would we be able to get Jag back?
If Jag lives, yeah. I mean, if it, I'm just saying, it's a
Jag will always live. Jag is Jag.
It's a perilous land. I mean, that's part of that's what I'm saying. It's like if these people make it back, if this group makes it back to where they're coming from safely, you will not only have saved their lives and then gotten them out of the mine, but you will have furnished and supplied them a way safely back home. You will be rewarded beyond not imagination, but you will be rewarded. Like, think about it, financially, reputationally. You know, you'll be like that'll be like heroic.
Okay, let's do it.
That's my horse.
No, we don't have to let the horse go. Let's go with him. I'm all about the reputation. I want to look good. And we have Zertorm's face, so, you know.
You look like shit.
He needs to come and find us if he wants it back. I mean, he came and found us to give it to us. He knows where we're at.
I just need to know that I need to know the status of the Jag.
I guess how serious are we about this word?
Let's go with him.
We
went into this mine. For all they know, we're dead. We don't have to commit. Zertorm's face is gone. You know, like all this stuff. We're dead already. You know, let's go.
No.
I ain't leaving Jag.
I don't know if I want to go back.
So Melva says, "Are you coming with us? Do you want to come with us to Stone Garden?"
I'm willing to go back. I don't. Let's go with them. I don't want to go back to like looking. You guys didn't see what I saw, all right? That's extreme situations. You will die.
So we got a couple things, right? We got the keep the mask away from her that Zeratorm told us, right? Mm-hmm. And then we have the obligation to meet up with the other people of the army, right? That we said we'd meet up with. I don't know if it's like now we have like 1 week to meet them. I don't know how much time has transpired.
Probably less. Took us a week to get here, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, you sent off a messenger saying, "Hey, we're going to be late. We have a lead." You found those people by the water, so and you paid them, I think, a silver or two, and they said that okay, yeah, we'll send you that. We'll give them that message. So they went to the Hollows and said that they'd deliver you that message because you guys are all going to meet up in the Hollows. But the end of your Zertorm gave you command of his cords, and you have another week and a half before the end of that command.
Okay. Do we know? I wonder if the Hollows are on our way to this Stone Garden.
No, the Hollows are back east. You guys were almost at the Hollows. You could have gone there, but you decided to go to Whaler's Hold instead.
Yeah, we're like totally in the wrong way.
Yeah, the Hollows is due east, past Twilight Gap, over back towards Whaler's Hold, and Stone Garden is. She's like, we head that way if you want to come, and she just points like all the way on the horizon. There's like, I mean, if you look all the way on the horizon, there's a mountain range running from north to south, like very, very far away. And she's like, it's that way. I mean, it's beyond distant. It's very far away.
Can you point out on this?
It's like as far away as Skin Snakes is.
Okay. From here to Skin Snakes.
Roughly. It's about the same. I mean, it's like a long ways away.
Oh, I see.
All right. Dorian, you're going to have to give him the shield.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there, dude.
Instead of
Like, let him drag your heavy-ass shield. I mean, it'd probably cost him less energy to, make a stretcher and just drag his ass that way. That's what we'll do. Let's find some materials around here. Let's make a stretcher for him so they can just medically drag his ass.
That's a whole thing if I wanted to, like, not hunt, but, like, track down, like, a wild horse and, like, tame it or something.
Right.
God, like, that would be
what if we all head back to the Twilight Gap trading post?
Oh, yeah.
And we buy a horse. Or they buy a horse.
Why do we need a horse?
And we resupply,
You get some, like, a sheet with a couple of sticks. They can make a stretcher, and they can carry that poor bastard back. We don't have to give him a damn horse for it. They can carry all of them on a stretcher back. He's a beast. So they don't need that much horsepower. They just need, like, some sticks and a blanket.
Yeah. Well, we did save these people out of the mine. We don't really owe them anything else.
You don't owe them anything.
So. Yeah,
you've already saved their. She's just. I mean, she's trying to. She does try to make a point to say that she's like, you've done so much. You saved our lives. We owe you our lives. Thank you so much. But you can just see she's like, because they've had one real meal now, and they slept decent one night. They're recovering and stuff. They're a lot better, but they've got an obvious cripple that they can't move, and they don't have any equipment except their clothes, and now they got to drag this guy somehow, however many miles through orc land and all this. So, she's not trying to, like, guilt trip you into, like, you need to help us. She's just like, how am I going to do this? Like, she's like, how can we? She's like, you can see, she's like the leader. She's like, how am I going to get these people back to Stone Garden? She's like, she doesn't know how she's going to do it. But she's not like verbalizing all this and trying to guilt you into helping. She's thankful that you guys got her out of the mine.
Yeah. And they have a good chance to any township or something they come across. They could try to get a horse themselves. Yes. Not a problem, I guess.
With us.
Yeah, they could come with us and, like,
heal
go the other way.
Take some time to, like, get their bearings, their food levels, their
convalesce a little,
levels up, and all that. And find their way to a horse or whatever, or maybe make a couple peg legs for
nice.
Saurus or whatever, or Orsus or
Osor.
There we go. Osor. Yeah.
His legs are so sore.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly. Get a couple peg legs, a couple crutches or something. He can make his way back.
Yeah.
So I would say they're in, like, autopilot, ready to go southwest, because, like, to your direct northwest is, like, mountains. You could go that way. I mean, to your northwest is a definite mountainous peak, but there are some mountains that you could crawl through, that you could make your way through. So you could go. I would say they actually are turning north. They're heading northwest. Like, that's like the straightest route that they're gonna go. But they're not just walking. They're, like, saying, do you want us to go with you, or do you have a better idea? So they're kind of like waiting for your lead. Like, what do you want? You're the ones with all the equipment, the supplies, the power. Honestly, in this whole relationship, you're the powerful ones. So they'll defer to any kind of ideas that you have as a group.
All right.
If you want them to come with you, they probably will. I mean, otherwise they're just out on their own in the middle of the Forbidden Lands with nothing and a crippled companion.
I guess we just should decide based on the fact that, like, say we never even met them. What we just came out of this mine. What would be our next steps? You know what I mean? I mean, if we didn't get the sword, I'd like to go back and get the sword, but maybe if we had reinforcements, that'd be cool. And I feel like we'd have to go back the way we came to get reinforcements. I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think my level 3 spell would do enough.
Yeah. I guess maybe that helps determine it, right? You know, let's head back the way we came and convince them to come with us. I don't know.
Okay, so here's a question I have. Do you tell the dwarves about what you saw?
The giant worm?
Yeah. Do you tell them, or do you keep it a secret?
Well, like, if I told them, what would it do?
That's for you to find out if you tell them.
Fine. I
Mike has like
the old man. I go ahead and grab him by the scruff of the beard and drag his ass off into the wherever.
So you go private?
Like, we need to talk. And okay. I just drag him off. And then I ask him, what the hell is that giant death worm of a thing? And if that is what we need to worry about, what is the black little goo stuff that talks like a child?
He just says, they're demons. I don't know who they are.
Called it.
They're demons. I've never been here before. I'm with this party. I was like the fighter of them all, but I got hurt. But I'm a good fighter. But I know it.
We're a good fighter.
And he's like nodding. He's like, exactly. I can't do anything anymore. My fighting days are over. I have been retired. And he just kind of laughs. Like, he just doesn't care about anything anymore. He was fully expecting to die down there. And he's like, my fighting days are over, but things don't talk like that. Girls don't live underground in mines and giggle where you can't see them. That's demons if there ever was one. It's just best to just leave that place and never go back, and it's just best to think that this place doesn't exist.
Did you actually perceive yourself the cave plaque or the giant glowing worm?
The cave what?
Plaque.
The plaque?
Oh, that black stuff. That
yeah.
The plaque, like plaque on teeth, like cave plaque.
You're talking about the inky black girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I never saw a worm. I mean, I've seen abyss worms. They're bad, but you stab them in the mouth and they're one vulnerable spot. You can really hurt worms. It's hard to do, but you can. I've killed plenty of abyss worms. You get them in the mouth. That's their one vulnerable spot. It can be done. I mean, it's not easy, but I for sure have gotten my fair share. But I haven't seen. I heard the girl. I never saw her though. So he's not really sure what you're talking about with the black inky. He's like,
well, I explained what I saw, like from the mother calling the child back to me bringing the figurines down there and seeing this purplish glow of.
He's like, that's
giant worm with the faces embedded in it and all that.
So even him, so like you take the time to like elaborate on exactly what the hell this thing was, and he's just like this grizzled old dwarven fighter, and he's just like, gods. He's like that is a demon from hell, whatever that is. That's an abyss worm, but more. I mean, that he's
isn't
like,
affected by a
so he's like, that is a demon. He's like, I've killed a couple demons. You can do it. They can be killed.
Giant steam snake once. It wasn't. What was that one? A demon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I killed a giant flame snake demon once.
So he's like, see? So he like nods in respect. He's like, and he, you're kind of off to the side, but like you can see the rest of you out, kind of milling about. And he like looks at you all and he's like, yeah, you're capable people, but at some point it's not about being capable. It's just about being smart. What the hell are you even down there for? Who's paying you? Who's paying you to go down there? What do you want? Zertorm. So he's like, the elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he want down there? This is a dwarven mine. What does he want?
Malagor.
Oh, the sword. He's like, oh. He's like, I thought I heard you talking to Milva about that. He's like, that sword is down there, and I know it's powerful. I don't know if it's worth it though. That sword is down there.
I don't know if it's down there anymore. I think it might be within the giant worm.
And he like now he pulls you. You're always talking about how you're grabbing this guy and pulling him. Now he he grabs you by the collar and yanks you close, and he's like, "Yeah, and she's down there, so that means the sword's down there, idiot." And he like pushes you away.
Idiot! Don't you realize?
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could complete the crown and put it on and tell all these power vying people to F off? Just live in peace, or you're going to stomp them in the ground? It'd be amazing, right?
He just kind of smiles and nods, and he's like, "Yep, that's what they all say. That's why they all want it."
That's why they all want it. All these super powerful people who are just like, "Oh, you're going to be my minions. I want this for peace."
He's like, "Tale as old as time." They all say that. They all say
I'm
they want.
talking about your everyday average Joe who's been farming for taters to live gets to just tell everyone, shut up, farm, make your food, make peace, and be good.
Wouldn't that be something if someone of that kind of disposition got a hold of these kind of powerful artifacts? That would be something, wouldn't it?
It would be. I mean, that's not who I am. I get an artifact. I'm going to word my power over everyone.
He's just like, people with that kind of disposition aren't in the business of going out and finding artifacts in the first place. Peasant's gonna peasant. That's what they do. And so, Milva comes back and she's like, "So what do we?" She comes over to Marcus and Osor and she's like, she doesn't really care if she's interrupting. She's like, "Okay, so where are we going? Which way? Are you coming with us?"
Why don't they come with us?
So are we gonna head back to the Twilight Gap trading post?
Well, I mean, if they came with us, well, at least to that point, they'd be able to make a deal to get a horse or something, and they can make their way back.
So they're like making like they want to head northwest into this mountainous terrain, but then again they defer to you guys, and so you guys say you want to head back to the Twilight Gap, and so you tell them.
You
I would
say
say
northwest, but you're like
here.
Oh, okay. Your
that's where they
pointer was down here when you were saying it, so I was like, wait.
No. Yeah,
that's like
up there. That's the way. That's the way that they're heading. Like they want to go. That's towards Stone Garden. But you say no. Why don't we head this way? And they're that's just where they're gonna go because that's the only place they know to go. But if you know of a better place where they can resupply and like get something going on, if they have nothing right now, then they're like, okay, yeah. So they're fine. Like, okay, can we just journey with you?
Fine by me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, the owner of the shop is
Valak
from the mines, so he may sympathize with you as well.
Okay. Let's go meet him. How many days away? We can make it. We can take turns. We can help keep watch, and we have to like borrow your weapons if you will let us. But then we can help you hunt and forage, and we can pull our weight. But
it's gonna be a couple days journey, right?
But they say like, have you seen any orcs?
We did see orcs once, but
yeah.
And so they get all kind of like, oh shit. They're like, were they wearing purple? They were not.
No,
these were wearing straight up red, gangster red.
They're like, oh,
I remember. No,
okay. Because they point like the purple orcs were from that way, and they point like up towards Stone Garden. The purple ones, the ones wearing purple, were that way. She's like, okay, they're all bad, but some are worse than others. Okay, well, I know if we're going into the forest, that's going to be orc land. So, okay.
Watch out for when the blue and the red join together. You get the purple orcs.
That's right.
All right. So we'll follow your lead.
All right.
All right.
So at this point, it's like 6 a.m, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ready.
And if we travel through terrain we've already traveled through, we can like have an advantage and go.
You just don't need to do a lead the way. You still need to do a keep watch. But we're gonna stop right here.
Okay.
So now the party is.
How far can we travel?
Well, it depends on how difficult the terrain is. This is difficult, arduous terrain, so you can go 1 hex for every 6 hours. When you're on the fields and the plains and the open land like that, you can go 2 for every 6 hours. If you were all on horseback, you could go 3.
Ooh, nice.
But through the rough terrain, it's 1 hex for every 6 hours of time. All right, you guys.
I have so much experience. I need to use that up.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you guys want to start doing some training, but kind of in the middle of something going on here.
Yeah,
all right,
so I got my pack rat was training.
All right, that's
14
good.
Experience.
Okay, so let's do some XP. Did you participate? Yes, you all did. So you get 1 for that. Did you travel through at least 1 hex that you had not visited? No. You guys almost maybe were going to, but you didn't. Did you discover a new adventure site? No. Did you defeat more monsters? No. Did you find treasure? No. Stronghold? No. Pride, Dark Secret? No. Did you risk your life for another PC? No. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? I would say I would say not specifically this episode, but the overall fact of getting these dwarves out of the mine up to some level of safety, I would say that counts as yes. And then I would just say if you end up getting them all the way back to the Stone Garden, that is truly extraordinary. If you do all that, then that'll be a future reward. But so I would say you all get a yes for the 1 for now. So that's 2 for today.
Sweet.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So how much XP do you guys sitting on?
I got 13.
Yeah, I mean, even level 3 skills are only 10. So I mean, you guys could be getting up to like level 3 stuff. And if you've been kind of focusing on stuff, you can get up to level 3 on skills and talents.
Is that like 10 to go from 2 to 3?
Yes.
Or
okay. To get level 1 costs 5. To get level 2 also costs 5, and then to go up to level 3 costs 10.
Okay.
For skills and talents. So maybe this next week here, because it might be doing some like a kind of adventuring and cross-country style action. So maybe look up some skills and talents that you guys maybe want to train on some downtime.
Yeah.
And talents are the same. To go to a level 3 is 10.
Yes. They all cost the same.
Okay.
Very good, you guys. That was pretty awesome. Good job.
Good fun.
Yeah,
I love
That's fun.
Just little role playing and like talking with that little girl and see what Marcus was gonna do. That's cool.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have nightmares of the description of the worm.
Yeah.
I know,
and then what was it? Sequestering it in your keister. What was that? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, God, this guy.
That's where they're hiding.
Yeah. I was like, come on. It's like, yeah, my mental I'm like,
if you have the circus people that can do a sword down their throat,
I'm
they should
like,
be able to.
I'm the one that's supposed to be scarring you guys mentally with my description. You're not. Yeah. Like,
The
God.
student has become the master.
I need like brain bleach. All right.
Oh goodness.
All
Gonna
right.
watch some Disney princess movies or something.
All right. Good game, you guys, and we'll
You
catch.
guys have a good night.
All right.
Mike.
Yeah, it was good
Thank
times.
you.
All right. Take care.
Have a good one.
Have a good night. See you guys.